Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman, and today is November 22nd. And it is Indexation Central. Okay, so I'm playing around with better ways to represent this for those of you who just like come here and take a quick look. So the most recent day I have data for is November 21st. So tested positive on the simple indexing, not on the JavaScript rendering. In fact, the last time that tested positive was on November 20th for content being findable, new content being findable by its JavaScript keyword. And then I have confirmed so far in today's log, yes, we are seeing the render bots. Those are mobile, and for the most part these days, and mobile 17 and 19. I'll tell you what they're doing. So this week, it's going to be test day, test day, test day, test day, test day. This is a very special week for SEOs and businesses. So going to kind of like toss in new content every day and just see what happens and build up a better database for the week of Black Friday. And I also kind of want to show you this week in history. So just to give you an idea, because I didn't have this last year. So this point here, 7.6, that was actually on Thanksgiving. It was recorded. Now, if we isolate the week, you can see that it also peaked on that. And remember, before this was not content being requested to index through the indexing API, I was doing it in the way that Google tells you to do it, which is to submit through Search Console. If you're still submitting new content through Search Console, where have you been? Don't do that anymore. If you don't like getting your content indexed, I should say. All right. So that's it for Step Back in History. So what's happening this week? We're almost a full week without a Search Console page update report. It used to be the page coverage report. Now it's the page report. So, and that is odd. That is unusual. Typically, it happens every 3 days, and we're now almost at a week. So they might be perhaps they shut that off during Black Friday. Won't know, but maybe next year when we look at this week, we'll kind of start to see some patterns. Okay, so still having the rollbacks. November 4th for the test page for the simple keyword, November 14th, and all of that is notated lower down in the sheet. And you can see that on American Way Media. Now, where are we? Okay, so Monday, test page launched, and it now shows as indexed in Search Console. It is not findable by its keywords, but it's showing as indexed, and this is the date, which matches the date it was published. So I'm really looking at why the delay, what's going on, why, and pages do not seem to come findable by their keywords in the order of publication. So again, we don't know why, but starting to sort of put my eye to that. Now, let's see, so test day, test day, test day. I already told you that. All right, so let's look at the bots. The most recent day of data, of course, is yesterday's 24 hours. So we're seeing a slight tick up in the weather tool. And we've got these over here. These are the desktop bots. These two come every day, like clockwork. But they do not have any Chrome build in them, so they're not making pictures. They're just crawling. I kind of think of them almost like training wheels on a bike. This one is the latest Chrome version, and we are not seeing the same tempo between the order of new bots coming in over here. These are the mobile ones. So the order is always you get the mobile bot first, and then they test it against the previous Chrome build bot. And then when they're satisfied with their testing, they then sort of retire the older one and they build a desktop version. and retire the previous desktop version and keep going. That pattern is broken as of right now, and I'll show you what I mean, because if we go up to the appearance of MobileBot 17, we have to go back all the way to kind of like that little spam thing they talked about back in October. So that's like almost a month for a bot. It's very rare. 18 was a failure because 18 never got a desktop sister. And so 17 and 19 are crawling against each other. And this is a long time to be crawling. I guess they're tag team learning. So what happens is that MobileBot 19 does the discovery crawl of the HTML, and 17 does a full render discovery crawl, all the pieces of the page that make up the JavaScript or your plugins and things like that. So overall, though, I would say we're at a low bot activity. Now, this time last year, I was not counting the bots. So we'll have another year of data before we can say that on the week of Black Friday. So primarily, this week is notorious for SEOs. We know the submarines are lying at the bottom of the sea, so to speak, and we're all sitting with our headphones on, listening with the radar. So stay tuned for tomorrow's report. This week's Confessions, Friday will be a new episode. And I think I'm going to talk about keywords, right? Snorefest, right? Maybe not. Okay. And for forensic SEO training, if you're interested, I will be kicking that up again in January 19th. It's a Thursday. If you want to know more details, dates, times, etc., go to forensicseotraining.com and use the forum to ask how to get on the early bird list. Take care. See you tomorrow.